that sound, you know that means it's time to let's talk about it. Oh boy, oh my Jesus. We got our man Ye, Kanye, Jesus, whatever you want to call him, in here once again. He had a conversation he had with Big Boy TV, and when he had this conversation, he was promoting his new album, talking about his new album. And he says some things about Christ, and he also says some things about God too, which is kind of saying a lot. And I just wanted to bring it up and talk about it because I felt it was kind of out of context. And when you get to this level of faith, I believe that you have to understand where everything is coming from. And I say that as in don't never think that it's about you or it's coming from you. I'm going to show you this clip.
Where I am right now, I'm still a man of God. Jesus still is king, but this is vultures right now. This is where I am.
It is, but I have my issues with Jesus. There's a lot of stuff I went through that I prayed and I didn't see Jesus show up. So I had to put my experience in this world, my experience with my children, my experience with other people, my experience with my account, my experience with my brand, and my experience with the level of music that I was dealing with in my own hands. Like a lot of times I just feel like in our society in America, you know, people, Christians, we're depend on Jesus so much that we won't put the word in ourselves. And the main thing that really that I don't rock with is like, it's just always like, I'm gonna pray for you. And it's just like, you can actually physically do something yourself too, more than just pray. And we're so in this mentality that's all that needs to happen, but we ain't praying our way out of prison. We ain't praying our way out of the abortion clinics. We ain't praying our way to get our land back that was always ours after gentrification, after the Harlem Renaissance and Black Wall Street was burned to the ground. Them prayers ain't working. We have to apply actual physical building partnerships, and it don't start unless we could really be real with each other and say, this is what I did, this is what I did.
I'm not froze. That's just my face. After I got into the faith, after I got into the truth, this was a red flag that I always told myself I would never do. Now, I understand in the book of James, breaking it down, he said, I'm gonna show you my faith by showing you my works, as in saying I'm gonna work so I let you know this is how my faith is, because it say faith without works is dead being alone. As in saying I'm not gonna work on something and don't have faith. I'm gonna have faith, and that's the reason why I'm working on it. So I'm gonna make a move and go into this next step, go into this next stage, do this next thing out of knowing God is gonna help me, though I can't see the end result or can't see where I'm going. That's moving by faith. I understand what Kanye is saying, but then when you watch the total interview, even down to the point where he's saying he is God, it lets you understand that you get to the point that, and Paul even broke this down, if you have so much, you feel that you don't need God anymore. So he's saying he's tired of people saying, you know, I'm going to pray for you. He was like, won't you do something? Well, the first thing is I'm going to put Christ in the center of anything and everything I do. So if you get to the point where you can't put him first and you just going to have to do it because you could do it in your own will, that goes back to the egotistical pride, narcissistic mood of yourself trying to make it happen. And it has a lot to do with a man, because men are like that. But still in all, in this Let's Talk About It segment, I just want to talk about, and I want y'all to think about this. If you get to the point that you have everything, talking about materialistic, I'm talking about financially, I'm talking about everything that you want, and whatever you want you can put your hand on at that time, will you get to the point that you stop trusting your source and you just only trust in your resource? Because resources go, resources come. But as long as you believe in your source, you will always have a resource. But if your source is not rooted and grounded in the foundation, There's going to be something different at the end. I wanted to talk about that. And then the second thing is, he said he was God. And the reason why he said that was he really felt like, it's just my people. They look at me now like they want me to make all the decisions. They want me to make the first move. They want me to think about the tracks, the music, the production. They want me to put up all my money. So it's like I'm God. And I feel I'm God because I have to do these things first. That's a bold statement. That's a dangerous statement. And I want us to be careful about that, because I'm saying this for believers, but I'm also saying this for people who are watching him, because the thing is, you have to understand, and it goes back to pastors. We can say stuff, and if a person's not reading, a person's not in the word, a person's not actually studying to show thyself approved, they will take that at face value and follow that and believe that.